Hi guys, Matt from Pilot Practice Exams. So let me show you how to pass your pilot exams really easy. So here's the problem. You can't memorize all that, no matter how many times you read it. The problem is every time you read it, you forget 90% of it. You reread it, you forget 90% of that. You reread it, you forget 90% of that. Then you get busy, you get distracted, you have a holiday, work, whatever. You just can't remember it all. So let me show you how to do it and pass with ease. So here's the three things you need. You need chunks of information that can fit in your brain at a point in time. You need repetition and you need forced memorization. That's the three concepts that the whole PilotPracticeExams.com website is built around, and that's why we're having huge success. So let me take you through each one of those. Okay, so with chunks, what chunks means is break it down into small sections of information that your brain can handle at a point in time. Okay, so what you do is you go and you do the practice exam. Okay, then what you do, say the practice exam is 30 questions, and you do it and you get say 10 wrong. What you do is you then go to the textbook, go directly to the content section of the textbook, look up the topic that you got wrong, go to that section and study that topic. Just study that topic, one topic, over and over and over and over in a chunk until you think you've got it right. Then go to the next one and the next one and the next one. And do that for the 10 questions you got wrong. Then go back to the practice exam and you'll fly through the ones you already got right and you'll start coming across the ones you got wrong. And they're going to be in random order. So that's a perfect, strategy so that your brain's unprepared. And so you'll really find out whether you know it or not. And then what you'll do is you'll get your result, and this time you'll probably find you got, say, 6 wrong. So what you do is you go back to the textbook and you'll know immediately where to find it because you just found them before. Okay, you'll restudy that section. You'll go and you do the practice exam. This time you'll be quicker. You'll race through and you'll get it even quicker. And this time you might get 3 wrong. Okay? So then you go to those 3 sections, you read it again, and that's how we improve. That's how we get you results so much faster, because we're breaking it into those tiny chunks that the brain can memorize and handle. Okay, so the second one is repetition. Now we've just shown you how we use repetition there, because you're going to do that process over and over. You're going to go to the textbook and you're going to study the things you don't know over and over. But even once you're at that section in the textbook, there are things you can do to give you repetition. So what you can do is go, right, what are they going to ask me about this? What do I need to know about the lift? To say the lift formula, okay? And then you might say the lift formula 10 times over, or you might write it out 10 times. Do something with that information repetitively to drive it into your brain. Now the third thing is forced memorization. Now what the hell is forced memorization? Okay, well, forced memorization is a term that I've made up as an educator. Okay, if I tell you to go and read a book or study a topic, you're going to basically pick up the book and fall asleep. Okay, well, you're going to read it and you're going to go, oh, that bit's really interesting. Then how many times have you got, over here on the page, and you go, oh, I can't remember what I just read, and you've got to go back and reread it. Okay, that's because it's a really ineffective process to just go and read content. With forced memorization, what you're doing is you're going and looking at the sections that you're going to come back and be tested on. Okay, you're going to the content section, finding that specific piece of information, going to the text, that page, and you're reading that section, and you're doing it knowing that you're about to be asked to regurgitate that information in 10, 20, 30 minutes or an hour, a day's time. You definitely know that you have to commit this to memory. Once you know that you have to commit this to memory and you're on that page, you're going to do that. So they're my 3 strategies, okay? Chunking, break it down, forced memorization, repetition. Now the other thing that you can do to really help you, and this is going to boost your confidence, is record every score that you do, every practice exam that you do, record the result, then write down the method that you use to study and the result, the next test result. And that way what's going to happen is, let's say for example you use highlighting, okay, and you score 60%, and then you use highlighting as a study method, and you do your next test result and you get 65%. Okay, that's not a very good increase. But let's say you write it down, you go, oh, okay, I'm not really happy with that. So now what you do is you go and do a practice test, and you, this time, rather than using highlighting, you make some notes and you do mental repetition. Okay, so you say it to yourself 5 times or 10 times or whatever. Write down the study technique you used, and this time you might get, say, you might go from, say, 60% to 75%. So you're finding that what you'll do by writing down this data is you'll identify the study methods that really work for you. Okay, and that's going to speed you up as well. Now, the other thing that you can do that will really speed up your whole study and learning process. Remember I told you that you're going to go exam to the contents of the textbook, then exam, and then if you get questions wrong again, you're going to go back to the textbook. So there's this repetition of going back to the textbook, and we tend to keep not knowing the same stuff. So if you keep, what I do is keep a little book like this. If you keep a book like this for the exam, and you list, like your BAK exam, and you list, say, the 10 questions that you got wrong. Okay, so it might be like the lift formula, page 78. It might be drag, page 81. Okay, if you keep a list like that as you're going, what you're going to do is you're going to find that you don't have to keep going to the content section. You just go, oh, okay, I got that question wrong again. That's on page 81. You go straight to page 81 and you study it. So you can really accelerate the learning process, okay, by keeping those notes on what's the effective study for you and where the incorrect questions are for you in each topic. So I really hope that's helped. If it has, please like, share, spread this out, post it in emails, put it in other groups, post it in forums, do what you want with it, tag people who you think it'll be helpful. I've put this video together to really try and help pilots out there. Now, if you do like this video, head on over to PilotPracticeExams.com. We've got a bunch of free exams. There's no sign up. There's nothing like that with the free exams. If you then like them, you can join up if you wish. We have a Facebook group where you can discuss all this type of stuff with me, with students that are ahead and behind you. You can help others out. You can be helped. So that's PP Exams is the Facebook group. There's a link to that from this side or somewhere. I'll put a link to it. But just search Pilot Practice Exams and you'll find it. So hope you've helped. Please share, please like, and see you at PilotPracticeExams.com.